Welcome back, everybody. It's Jeff again with J&K. Stay in Vegas for another episode of Walk with Jeff. If this starting point looks familiar, it's because our last Walk with Jeff started here and went down to our left to see how long and if it was safe enough to walk to the Neon Museum. This time, we're going to take from Fremont Street and head to our right and see if it's safe to walk all the way to the Arts District. There's a whole bunch of new and cool lounges and spots to check out. So let's do this walk and see how it is. In the future, we'll probably do a nighttime one to give you a perspective about that. For the meantime, let's get our 30-minute timer started right now. It's a pretty mild night for us here in Las Vegas. It's the infamous Pink Box Donuts. These Walk with Jeff episodes, by the way, are a really good opportunity to get your exercise on, or whatever you want to do. Fun fact, this part of the plaza here, specifically this area down here, where the Sand Dollar is now, used to be a Greyhound bus station. We have a random leaf blower in the early evening. It's kind of random. There's the Golden Nugget. And all these videos are done in HDR. So if you have a compatible TV, you want to make sure and have those settings on. There's a Sand Dollar right there. And you can go in right over there. Yeah, as I was saying, these are done in HDR 4K. So if your TV is capable of those settings, make sure you turn those on YouTube. The setting exactly will be 2160, which is 4K, and HDR. YouTube will not, most of the time, will not give you the highest quality. So if you want to make sure and take advantage of the quality that I'm putting out, you're going to want to make sure those settings are good, especially if you're watching on the YouTube TV app, because that'll often default to like a 720, and you're missing out on 4 times the amount of lovely goodness. Says Intuitive Farmers Market. This was part of the Greyhound bus station as well. To be honest, I think that part right after the plaza, I'm 99% sure that was a part of the Greyhound bus station. This here, I'm not too sure if it was. I believe it was because you had this huge like parking and staged area for like the Greyhound buses. So I believe it was all part of it. Nice look back, circa nice skyline of downtown Las Vegas. But we want to know if this is a safe walk, and not to mention how long it takes to go from Fremont to the Arts District. Like I said, there's a lot of cool new spots to check out. We'll try to look at least a few of them as we pass by. Now, of course, you could take an Uber or Lyft, get your ride share on, or when the weather's nice, you can enjoy a walk like this. But again, to see if it's safe or not, that's what this video is about. And for the most part, it'll give you an idea if you've seen on social media, you know, like people you may follow, and they say, come check out the new spot at blah, blah, blah. Like the Doberman. That just opened not too long ago. So you might go like, well, I've heard of that place. I just don't know where it is. Well, this is going to be a really good video for you to watch in its entirety, because I'll show you where that spot is along with other places. During December, when the NFR is in town, they have a huge other rodeo event that's down here right next to the plaza. Right over there, you can see that tall building, even though we're kind of looking in the sun. That's the Smith Center, right up there. There are a whole bunch of different small halls in there where you can see some shows. We saw a jazz artist by the name of Stella Cole. Has a fantastic voice. And the Smith Center's got some great venues inside there. And across the way, right across from that, across the railroad tracks, literally, shows you how much a separation of just railroad tracks will mean. Those are high-end condominiums. They are definitely building this up down here. Like this gas station is now Terrible's. It used to be really, literally terrible. And now it's all nice and built up and all that. They have a lot of these signs around here too, telling you exactly where you need to go. See? Arts District. We're on our way. They also have First Fridays here, up in the Arts District, I should say. I'll show you where that is. That is held on the first Friday of every month. So that'll be another popular thing you'll probably see on social media, that you'll wonder, where the heck do they have that? Well, I'm going to show you. We went to First Friday a couple of years ago, and it was good fun. Lots of food trucks, entertainment, all sorts of good stuff. Look at that. Goodman Way. Oh yeah. Oscar Goodman. Pretty much Las Vegas' neighbor, honorary mayor, I should say, not neighbor, maybe neighbor too. But this is all new here. All this nice architectural designs, except for this ugly vehicle right here. But they've got a lot of new plants and all that stuff. Right here is City Hall parking. This is also a good place to park, even though it's a little bit of a walk to the Arts District. Fairly inexpensive. You can see there, $6. In fact, it'd be a short walk back if you really wanted to park here and maybe walk 10 minutes to go to Circa or whatnot, because on a Friday and Saturday night, the Golden Nugget can charge at least $20. And if there's an event going on down there, it can be as high as $50. Kid you not. So keep that in mind. So Symphony Park is right next to the Smith Center. We were just talking about that. A lot of the new places down here, they're making into like mixed use. So like part business, part living, even though this is, I believe, strictly business building over here. A little bit of wind today, but that's pretty typical of Vegas. So if you want to go over to the Smith Center, Symphony Park, here's Bonneville. This will take you underneath said railroad tracks. Also take you to those north outlets, those premium outlets. I've done a walk with Jeff over there. There's the World Market as well. And talking about making everything much nicer than it used to be. These over here, these are for rent, studio apartments. This used to be a very run-down motel. And they have put a new coat of paint on it and all that. And they are now leasing those out as studio apartments. There we go, got the light now. So yeah, there's a even clearer look how that goes underneath the railroad tracks. It gets you over there to the Smith Center, and there are some other places over there, like Vic's, their jazz lounge over there, named after Vegas Vic. So there's even more to see over there. The Discovery area, Children's Museum. But we did a ride with Jeff a little while back on the old electric bike. And you can see some of those spots if you check out that video. Again, really easily searchable. We got a ton of videos on our channel, a ton of Walk with Jeffs. Here's the old ice house. Yeah, you can tell how they've really modernized these. If you could have seen the before, oh my, it was bad. Used to be an ice house where now the paddock of the Grand Prix F1 building is. And I guess they had one over here. I don't think this is still in business though. We'll eventually, like I was saying before, we'll eventually do a nighttime version of this, just to give you an idea of what that's like at night. But over the last few years, see all these street lamps. It is very well lit. Now, we didn't actually do a video when we were going to the First Friday. So again, we might do a nighttime walk for you so you can see what that's like. But even the road down here, so many new little art installations to kind of spruce up the neighborhood. A lot of these places like this used to be really run down. A lot of history in these buildings. So this splits off right here to Commerce. You can get to the Arts District from here. This road here isn't that bad. You can see again they've continued the lighting through here, so it is pretty bright and well lit. But that street there isn't, let's just say, friendly. So if I were going to make the suggestion to you, and if you want to make this walk to the Arts District, then I would take Main Street here. You pretty much have 3 streets that parallel each other. Say from the Strat, you have Las Vegas Boulevard, of course. Main Street here. If you've ever seen that split where the other showgirls are right by the Strat, that's where that split is. And then, just I was saying, to our right is Commerce. That's where it is, across the way. So I would take here Main Street. Again, very well lit. You got the Great Greek over here. They have a lot of locations around the valley. Highly recommend. In fact, we just had that the other night for ourselves. Right next to the Herbert. Again, all these buildings here, especially like this one, the studio apartments I was telling you about before, completely different now, and that's a good thing. Letty's here, Mexican food cafe. You can just see how old that building is there. Probably turn of the century, turn of the 20th century, so early 1900s. 807 South Main Street. Let me know in the comments. You want to Google it for me? Let me know what that was originally. It's probably somebody's home, actually. But yeah, the sidewalks are nice and big, cleaned up. Like even in the daytime, say 8 to 10 years ago, we moved here in 2012. And even in the daytime, I would not probably even walk down here. But it looks a lot better now. Just see the Strat coming into view, and English Hotel is coming up. See that in a second. But this is where we are coming from. So again, that's Main Street down there. And then we'll continue on. Again, the lighting keeps going down here, and they have these like festival lights that really adds to the cool vibe down here. Used to be an old garage. Probably used to have old gas pumps out there in front. This is Meet Me in Midtown. Reminds me of that part in Reno when a buddy of mine went up there. Actually did a live stream from there. Check it out on our channel. In fact, a lot of these places, as you can see, just even up to, say, 5 to 7 years ago, these were, I don't know if they were open, but they were primarily garages, automotive shops. But now they're revitalizing so much of this, as they have been. And right there is the English Hotel. All the streets down here, presidents and states for the names like Coolidge there. So for the couple of blocks that are that way towards Las Vegas Boulevard, has some more places that are popular here in the Arts District. We're just coming into the outskirts of the Arts District. Right past those trees is the Pepper Club. Lots of nice trees here for some additional shade. Freeze me. On the corner here that says for lease, I believe this was the Burlesque Museum. That closed not too long ago, unfortunately. There's a Strat coming into view right there. And I've even done a Strat to Fremont Street, so you can get an idea of that if that's something you want to do. And how long that takes. That can be accessed through our vast library on YouTube. So there. This is like the start of like the Arts District. Obviously they got the sign there. The Doberman is down there. But we're going to keep going because I'm going to show you some of the cool like little breweries and pubs. Craft Creamery is right over there. And we'll come up here to the very busy Charleston Boulevard. If you've been watching our Moving Mondays, we've been going around different parts around Charleston by the west part of Vegas, showing you zip codes and neighborhoods. And again, a lot of these streets, they go from far west to far east across the valley. Cool, funky building there. All right, let's get across the street before we get hit. There's that big Charleston. This woman's just sitting here, blocking a whole bunch of traffic. Even though that said Arts District there right beforehand, this is kind of the heart of the Arts District here. This is where all of your places you've probably seen on social media. This is where they're more than likely located, around these couple of blocks east and west of here. So you're here, you might have heard of this place, Makers and Finders Coffee. And then right next to that, Hop Nuts Brewing. Another 5 years, this is going to be the it place to be. It already is getting that way. Might have heard of Esther's Kitchen. That's right here on the corner of California and Maine. Freed's Bakery right down there. Show you a couple of other places that are down there. But we're going to keep walking here. Houston, Texas hot chicken. As much as we love Mexican food, we still have not tried this place, admittedly. Casa Don Juan. Always has a lot of, really busy. Happy hour is 3 to 6 right there. Now you've probably heard of this pizza place. We're going to be doing probably a review of this, Good Pie Pizza. You can tell like how nice these businesses look outside now. A lot of cool like secondhand thrift stores over here. And if you remember in the Cosmo, like on the second floor where like Marquee Day Club was, you might remember this place, Holsteins. Told you about it in a previous newscast. This is their location of this Holsteins down here. So if you didn't know where that was, that's where it is. Velveteen Rabbit is right next to that. Rebarred over here. $12.28 Main. It's like every single one has got a new cool spot to look at. And eventually, as you can see, we'd run right into the Strat. Servazai, I believe is the name of that. Can't remember exactly now. The Red Cat. This is a place that Christina and I would be Let me try that again. Christina and I really want to try Echo, Taste, and Sound. It's a cool, vibey place where they have like vinyl records, DJ playing, and just it looks like a really cool vibe. So if you've seen that on social media, that's where this is. This is at the corner of Colorado and Maine. And down here, they still have a lot of these retro, vintage Vegas collectible shops, like old casino chips and just Vegas history. And that's down here as well. So there's another one here on the corner that you've probably heard. Huddle Brewing Company, right next to Nevada Brew Works. Sure you heard about those with their Soul Belly Barbecue. And you can see how close we're getting to the Strat here. But we're going to cross the street here. But yeah, if you've heard of these establishments on social media, right here at the corner of Main and Imperial. We'll go one block east here. We'll cut down and show you some of the places down here. A lot of parking. You just pay at one of these kiosks here. Easy to do. But yeah, like I said, probably 7 to 10 years ago, you probably couldn't catch me walking anywhere around here, even in the daytime. And like that, look at that. Our 30 minutes is up. But we're going to do some bonus footage so that I can show you some of these other spots around here. So you can definitely tell it's under 30 minutes to walk here from Fremont, depending on where you're going here in the Arts District. Here is Casino Center Boulevard. This is the street that takes you right through the middle, the heart of Fremont Street. So just give you an idea, get your bearings, so you know kind of about where we are. You can see all this new building going on down here as they work to improve the downtown area. Elvis Chapel, one of many. There's nobody there though. Not even sure if it's even open. Speaking of old homes, look at this. 1316 Casino Center Drive. This almost looks like it could be they're individual, like apartments. Yeah, the 1314 number 4. Almost looks like it'd be like studios, or maybe art or music. Misterio Mezcal Bar right here. So you get bonus footage here on your walk with Jeff. Las Vegas Brewing Company is there at 3rd and Colorado, just down there. And this is kind of that work, live, loft area. Share downtown. A store called Dig It. And a place called Foreplay. Just gonna leave that right there. Fin and Feathers. I've heard about this place myself. Another place I want to try. I believe this is a Black-owned business, and the food looks amazing. We definitely got to try that. So look, park here, $10 daily max. Probably can't even see that, but trust me. There goes that train too. So if you are using these Walk with Jeff videos for exercising, you're burning some extra calories today with me. Somebody got a ticket. I believe what they still do is they do the free lunch parking here. I think it's 11 to 1. To check with the signs. It's been a year or so since I took advantage of that. But yeah, look at all this building they're doing down here. I've said this before, but being from San Diego, this reminds me of the gas lamp area before the gas lamp really took off. So there is the other mezcal tequila bar. Freed's is right down there. It's a crazy amount of building. Get a little better look at it here. Craft House. JG and I did a live stream long time ago from there. Good beers in there. Good food. You really can't go wrong with any of the places down here. Each one has their unique food and atmosphere. Just try one. Just look on social media. While we don't do a lot of food, there's people that do that. And you could check out their videos. And check out one of these places that I've mentioned along the way that might pique your curiosity. And then you can come down here and visit and tell us what it's like.
Thank God I survived your driving.
We love some trees here in Vegas. Definitely keeps the temperatures down. That island heat effect. So let me get the light here. One more place to show you. Of course, we're just scratching the surface of the Arts District here. This again is Charleston, so we just basically made a loop from Main Street. Now we're on Casino Center Drive, like I was saying before. They got their $7 smash burger and beer here. It's always a very lively place here. At 18 Bin. The name escaped me for just a moment. So First Fridays, that's going to be all in this area, here at the corner of Art and Boulder, right there. And so if you want to check that out, they put tables all the way down here and all the way down the next block as well. There's my finger. And you can check that out there. And then finally, the Doberman here. It's kind of the newest thing on the block. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Walk with Jeff. If you did, please hit that thumbs up so you can see even more of these videos and subscribe to our channel. The easiest way to support us. And if you want to be alerted to all these videos and our live streams, make sure you turn on those bell notifications. That should alert you to all of those. And again, check out we've got multiple playlists on our channel. And from your locals perspective, and so much going on here in Vegas, and you definitely want to keep up on that. Our monthly newscast as well. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to leave it right there. As always, everybody, stay safe and stay silly. Bye-bye, everybody.